What's going on, guys? Mr. Domo here, back at it again. This time I got an action figure review on the Super 7 Ultimate figures. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Baxter Stockman. This was kind of, I guess this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but of course that didn't happen this year due to COVID. So they did their own kind of convention special thing online, which was the Stay Home IC Con. And of course here, this is Baxter Stockman. If you guys weren't aware, Super 7 is doing their own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures on their Ultimate figure lineup, and so I'm really interested because it looks really good, and obviously they got tons of accessories, so I'm like, wow. So I don't know, man. I'm going towards Super 7 Ultimate figures for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just because it's a lot easier to acquire than, I don't get me wrong, I love the NECA, cartoon version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they are just a pain in the butt right now to get. You got crazy scalpers out there buying them all, and then plus, like, sometimes it's just a hassle going through the Walmart and Target exclusives. So I don't know, I might go towards the Super 7 Ultimate figures, and then of course for NECA I might just stick with their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie lineup because those look really awesome, and I really dig those figures. So enough of that. Here is the box. This is the way it came. Of course, like I said, this is an exclusive, so this is the glow in the dark version of it, and there you go. You got a nice little picture of the the sewer there, and of course you got Baxter and then the two Mousers. The Mousers are really cool, man. I used to love those things when I was a kid. And of course, on the back here you got that nice Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. There is a sleeve, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lift it up so I could show you guys how does it show up. And of course, this is how it looks. You got Baxter there, you got all kinds of accessory, and then of course there's a Mouser, and then I see more accessories in the back, which is really cool. And of course he's got that translucent kind of bluish greenish color because this does glow in the dark. I'm gonna try to make it as dark as possible here where I record, so that way I could try to show you how it looks when it glows in the dark. But this is pretty much how it comes. It's got a nice little window there. You got this nice brick art going around it, and of course on the back side here you get a nice bio of Baxter Stockman, which pretty much created accidentally in the Dimension X. He is half human, half housefly humanoid type guy, but he's always after the turtles. He really hates the turtles. So there it is. So I can see that it's all kind of really nicely secured inside the clamshell. So let me go ahead, take that out, and then I'll show you the figure. Alright guys, so there it is, all laid out and everything, and I'm gonna go over the accessories, but I did forget, because I did order this online on Super 7's website, that they gave me a little sticker here. I think this is kind of like their little mascot there, and then of course I got this little Skeletoken here from from He-Man, Skeletor, which is really cool. So there's that right there, really nice. So I ended up getting that, just a little goodie, for ordering online. Now for the accessories, which is really cool, that you get this nice little weapon rack here that is kind of like an homage to how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were released back in the days. All their accessories were kind of like on this little rack here, and then you would just go ahead and clip them out. So this is really nice, and it does have like these little legs here, so you could display it right next to your figure just like that. So that's kind of cool. Now of course you do get the Mouser, and here's the Mouser. It does have some articulation, of course, at the legs here. They pretty much swing back and forth. The head rotates, and then of course you could close the jaw and open it, which is really nice. The head doesn't really tilt up and down, it just goes side to side, but you do get a little Mouser there, which is cool. And then of course on the top it does have the Foot Clan symbol there. So you do get a Mouser. The next one, of course, is his weapon. So you do have this anti-turtle swatter. You can, which is interesting, I'll go into the hands, but you can pull it out and then just have it on his hand, and then you see a little turtle there that got squished. It does come with this kind of like holder here, and then you could kind of put it on his blaster if you wanted to and just combine it all together. So there you go. So that is really cool. And like I said, there's not really much color because obviously this is all glow in the dark. And then for his interchangeable hands, he does come with 3 sets of interchangeable hands. Of course, those are the hands that came with them to hold his weapon. He does come with a set of fists, and of course he does have his wedding band there. Really cool. He does get another set of these holding hands for the swatter, so you could just go ahead and put the anti-turtle swatter right there, so he's holding it. That looks really cool. And then of course you just have more like relaxed hands, but it's just really nice that they paid attention to the little details of his wedding band, which is really cool. So now going to Baxter here. He does have some weight, but he does have some good articulation. As you can see here, he does have his wings, of course, and then he does have his extra kind of arms here that swing out to the side. So on the back here, this is pretty much, you can't really take them out. They're all like on the ball peg here, which is really nice because you do get some really good articulation. You can put it up and down, you could bring them close if you want, and then it does have one elbow joint right there, so you could, you know, spread them out. And then of course the hands, the bigger hands here are like on a ball joint, that's really cool, so you could bring them in just like that. Of course the wings are like on a joint too, like a ball joint, so you can manipulate them however you want, so that's good. It gives you lots of freedom. He does have kind of like a nice joint here at the shoulders, so really like a big ball joint right there. So that is really nice, but you can get some really good poses there, and you can bring his arms, you know, as close as you want. The head doesn't really seem to be much like dipping down, dipping up, like if you look up or not. It just kind of goes side to side, but the paint there and the scope is really nice there. He's got that nice bug eyes, and then of course at the legs, again, it's more like at a ball joint. He does have one knee joint, and then another joint there at the ankle. So articulation is not too bad, it's really good. He does have some heft to him, so he is pretty heavy. So balancing this guy, because of the extra arms and the wings, is a little bit challenging. I pretty much have to put like one leg forward to kind of get him balanced. So that is one, I would say that's kind of like one little challenge with this guy right here. So like, see, I can't really get him to stand up that great. I guess I could split his legs. All right, so there's one way right there of doing it. He does stand up on his own somewhat, but he does have that extra weight. Like, he is solid. Like, this figure is super solid, so it does have some weight to it. And like I said, because of the extra arms and the wings, like, it definitely adds a little bit more weight, so you kind of have to manipulate it, you know, if you wanted to get them to stand, or just use a stand, or, you know, however you want to display your figures. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut the lights, and hopefully this guy's been charging under these you know, studio lights, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it out, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I try to get as little dark as possible. There's a little bit of light seeping in, but I mean, even though it's not super completely dark, you just tell how blue it is. I mean, this thing really, it's got an amazing glow. So here is the Mauser, and as you can see, man, that is really, it's got a good glow right there, nice and blue. The weapon rack, of course, also you get a nice little color there of blue, and then of course, you know, Baxter himself, like, really it really glows, man. And there he's got his accessory, his anti-turtle swatter. So man, I mean, pretty much he is really glowing there. So this is really nice. I mean, if you put him like on a display, whatever, of course, like it's gonna glow really well, especially if you got some kind of like LED lights. I mean, this guy was just charging under the studio lights, so I don't know how much it'll glow with just like normal daylight, you know, just, I don't know, however like well lit your room is, but it looks really dope. I like it. It looks really, really cool, and you know, it's really nice to see these different variants of these figures by Super 7. So I can't wait. Like I said, I'm still waiting on Raphael. Hopefully he gets here pretty soon, and then I can do a video on that. But so far, man, these things are really, really awesome. So I can't wait for them to continue on and do other characters in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lineup. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will talk to you in the next video.